Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome you all to this another session. Today we are going to talk about something very important in the art of writing, and that is author's purpose. And when we are talking about author's purpose, we are talking about somebody's writing. Or let me just say, imagine yourself you want to write something, and you think of what you want to write. If you're thinking of something in your mind, then you want to put it on paper. So what were you thinking about before you have the intention of writing? This is what we call author's purpose. Basically, there are four purposes of writing or making a movie. Why? You see. So basically, there are four. But before we go to that, I want you to watch a video that has to do with author's purpose to give us a clear insight of what we are come to talk about.
Purpose. Jessica is an author. She loves to write about many different things for many different reasons. One of her favorite reasons for writing is to express herself.
Love poetry. When I read my poems aloud to others, it helps express my feelings or mood. End of that rainbow, colors did not fade. Short stories are great too. They can really entertain readers. Been written about one of my hobbies, bird watching. This type of writing helps inform readers. But my best work might be when I write to persuade. I wanted to be class president, and my persuasive essay helped me get elected.
Author, Jessica uses her writing to inform, entertain, persuade, and express. Reading, consider the author's reasons. Knowing an author's purpose can help you understand and enjoy what you're reading.
Okay, good. So we see now Jessica had purpose of writing. It can be to inform. It can be to express your thoughts or feelings. It can be to persuade, or it can be to entertain. So these are basically the purpose of writing. So I want you to be with me to read this passage and try to pick out the author's purpose, and we try to get facts from the texts. So we are going to look for facts from the text that supports the author's purpose. So read the following passage, then complete the diagram and answer the questions below. Chivalry was a way of life for knights in the Middle Ages. Their code of conduct valued courage, honor, service, and the protection of women. Chivalry developed during the 8th and 9th century in Europe and peaked in the 12th century. Peaked here means and reached climax in the 12th century. The Middle Ages has to do with from the 10th century up to the 15th, 16th century. The system required a knight first to be trained as a page and then serve as a squire or knight's aide. Chivalry inspired the popular legend of King Arthur and the Knight of the Round Table. Today, when we speak of someone as chivalrous, we usually mean they are courteous. Good. Now, what do you think the author's purpose for this piece of writing? What do you think the author's purpose is for this piece of writing? If we go through, the author basically is not writing or didn't write this one, or is not trying to persuade people to do something. It's not trying to make people laugh, to entertain them. The author is not trying to express his own thoughts. But here, he's talking about how people were living in the past. So basically, it is to inform. So the author's purpose is to inform. Now we need facts, at least 3, from the passage to support a decision that says author's purpose is to inform. You can see from here, from the very starting, the very first sentence says, chivalry was a way of life for knights in the Middle Ages. This tells you the author is trying to give an information about how people were living in the medieval times. So, this one is the first fact. The first sentence is the first fact to support a claim that the author's purpose is to inform. And furthermore, you will see that in the third sentence says, chivalry developed during the 8th and 9th centuries in Europe and peaked in the 12th century. So this again is another part to tell us that support a claim that the author's purpose is to inform. Tells you about the development of chivalry in Europe. So chivalry existed from the 8th until the 9th until the 12th century. And the other fact that supports a claim that the author's purpose is to inform is that you see here, chivalry inspired the popular legend of King Arthur and the Knight of the Round Table. So all this gives you information about how the people were living in the Middle Ages and the importance of chivalry by then. So it says chivalry inspired the popular legend of King Arthur. Here itself is a fact that supports a claim that the author's purpose is to inform. Question number 5. Do you think the author met his or her purpose? Why or why not? Yeah, as you said, this kind of question is an open-ended question. Do you think? That's yours. What do you think? It has to do with how you understand the passage. Now, we said the author's purpose is to inform. And do you think the author met this purpose? Yes, of course. The author met the purpose. Because the passage is about informing us about the life of chivalry in the Middle Ages. The passage itself is all about information. So we say the author met his or her purpose because he or she gave information about chivalry. That's all. Okay, let me just display answers, ready-made answers for you to see. So thank you very much for being with me up to this point. Till we meet again the other time, say goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.